Hello, I'm Jacqueline McInnes Wood, and welcome back to my official channel.
Hey guys, Jacqueline McInnes Wood here, and welcome back to my official channel for another wild ride into the drama. And let me just tell you right now, I am so tired. I have been staring at this screen for hours. My coffee is cold. My eyes are burning, but I have a deadline and the soap world waits for no one. So here I am typing furiously because the week of March 30 on The Bold and the Beautiful is just absolutely insane. It is unhinged. It is everything we love and fear all wrapped into one massive, messy ball of drama. And I need to get all this unfiltered, raw information out of my head and onto this page before I lose my mind. So forgive the typos. Forgive the clunky sentences. We are just going to dive right in, because the tension is rising and Sheila Carter is starting to put the pieces together. And we all know what happens when Sheila Carter puts the pieces together. It is never good. It is never safe. It is just pure, unadulterated chaos. So let's start at the Cliff House, because that is where the absolute core of this disaster is happening. Taylor Hayes and Deacon Sharp in bed together in Steffy's house. I mean, really, what were they thinking? Steffy and Finn and the kids are away on a short overnight camping trip. So Taylor thinks the coast is clear. She thinks she can just invite Deacon over and they can roll around in the sheets without a care in the world. But she forgot one very important detail. Sheila Carter Sharp, Deacon's wife. And Sheila is not a stupid woman. Well, sometimes she is, but not right now. She is on high alert. Even if she doesn't know, she is on high alert yet. And Sheila shows up at the Cliff House with flowers because she thinks Taylor is all alone and lonely. And she wants to thank Taylor for saving her marriage. The irony, the absolute thick, dripping irony of it all. But the door is locked and nobody is answering. So Sheila goes around the back. She lets herself in through the sliding glass door. And she hears moans, strange moaning noises coming from upstairs. And this is where the wires in Sheila's brain just cross in the worst possible way, because she doesn't think Taylor is having a passionate tryst. No, Sheila thinks Taylor is in danger. She thinks someone is hurting Taylor. So what does she do? She goes to the kitchen and she grabs a butcher knife. Yes, a massive, terrifying butcher knife. And she heads up the stairs. But wait, let's pause, because the sheer terror of this moment cannot be overstated. Sheila is standing outside Taylor's bedroom door with a weapon, and she tries the knob, but it's locked, so she kicks the door in. She literally kicks the door off its hinges and bursts into the room like something out of a horror movie. And Taylor is just lying there in her bra and panties, screaming, begging for her life. Don't kill me, please don't kill me, Taylor yells, because she looks up and sees her worst nightmare standing over her with a blade. But where is Deacon? And this is the part that is just so wild, because Deacon is not in the bed. When Sheila was rattling the knob and yelling outside the door, Deacon realized he was about to die. He realized his psychotic wife was about to catch him cheating with her former therapist. So he panicked. He leaped out of bed and he went right out the second story window. And I just have to laugh because he didn't even have time to grab his clothes. Deacon Sharp literally jumped out of a window and climbed down the side of the Cliff House in his absolute birthday suit, naked, completely naked. And he lands in the bushes outside, shivering, terrified, humiliated, just a naked man in the shrubs, hoping his crazy wife doesn't look out the window and spot him. And back inside the room, Sheila is confused because she kicked the door down expecting an attacker, but there is just Taylor screaming. But Sheila isn't blind. She looks around the room and she sees things. She sees the discarded men's clothes on the floor, pants, a shirt, maybe some shoes. And the gears in Sheila's head start turning. The shift happens right then and there. The B&B spoilers reveal that Sheila's suspicions intensify quickly. She realizes she interrupted a passionate moment. She thinks maybe she rattled some mystery guy so badly that he took off out the window. Maybe she thinks it was Ridge. Maybe she thinks Taylor was sleeping with Ridge and he ran so Brooke wouldn't find out. But whatever she thinks in that exact second, she knows Taylor was not alone. And she knows Taylor was hiding something. So Sheila leaves, but she leaves the clothes. Or maybe she takes a mental picture of them, but the seed is planted and Sheila's mindset shifts. The warning signs are impossible to ignore. She is no longer the grateful friend trying to bring flowers to a lonely woman. She is a predator who smells blood in the water. The bold and the beautiful Sheila isn't just curious. She's on the verge of becoming dangerous again. Or is she? Because this time, the spoilers tease something a little different. She doesn't just start hacking away with the knife. She starts calculating and she starts interrogating people because Deacon lied to her. Deacon told her he was having a dinner date with his daughter Hope to cover his tracks. So Sheila decides to go right to the source. She goes to Hope Logan Spencer and she quizzes her. She asks Hope all about this supposed dinner they had. And Hope, poor, sweet, awkward Hope. She is not a good liar. She tries to cover for her dad. She tries to spin a tale about their lovely dinner, but she lies so awkwardly. She stammers, she avoids eye contact, she gives weird details, and Sheila sees right through it. Every single awkward pause just fuels Sheila's suspicion, and it leaves Sheila even more suspicious than before. But Hope knows she messed up. The fact that Sheila is asking questions at all absolutely terrifies Hope, because Hope knows what Sheila is capable of. Hope knows that if Sheila finds out Deacon is cheating on her with Taylor, Sheila will probably murder them both. So Hope panics. She calls her brother Deke Sharp and she tells him everything. She tells him about the interrogation. And Deke wonders if Hope thinks Sheila actually found out about the betrayal. They are both just sitting there, sweating, realizing that their father's life is hanging by a literal thread, and they can't do anything to stop it. Meanwhile, let's talk about Steffy Forrester, because Steffy is coming home. She and Finn and the kids get back from their lovely little overnight camping trip. They are probably tired. They probably smell like campfire smoke. They just want to go inside and unpack. But Steffy walks into her house and she sees the damage. She sees the broken door, the kicked in frame, and Steffy begins to sense that something is very wrong. Her instincts kick in. She knows this is Sheila's handiwork, because who else kicks down doors in Los Angeles? Nobody, just Sheila. And Steffy finds out what happened. She finds out that Taylor brought Deacon into the house, her house, where her children live. And Steffy absolutely blows her top. I mean, she goes nuclear. She rips into Taylor like we have never seen before, because Steffy warned her. Steffy told Taylor over and over and over again to stay away from Deacon. She told her that Sheila would find out and that Sheila would target their family, and Taylor just ignored her because Taylor couldn't keep her hands off a bartender. And now the door is broken and Sheila has a butcher knife. So Steffy launches a massive confrontation. She doesn't just yell at Taylor, she goes after Deacon too. She rips into him for being so incredibly stupid and reckless. And Steffy panics. She panics over what Sheila might do if she puts the puzzle pieces together. Because Steffy knows Sheila's behavior is growing more erratic. Steffy becomes increasingly concerned about her mother. She sounds the alarm over Taylor's safety. Her instincts tell her that Taylor could be in serious trouble, especially if Sheila's past tendencies start resurfacing. And unfortunately, that's exactly where things seem to be heading. Because by the week of April 6 to 10, Sheila figures it out. She connects the dots, the clothes, the awkward lies from Hope, the missing husband, the timing. It all clicks. Sheila realizes that the man in Taylor's bed was Deacon, her husband, the only person she thought she had left in this miserable world. And this is where the spoilers get really dark, because you would think she would just grab a gun and go shoot them both in an alley, but no. Sheila decides to go down a different, much more twisted road. Instead of confronting the duo directly, instead of grabbing a weapon again, Sheila decides to mess with their heads. She decides to drag out a vengeful psychological plan. She leaves Taylor and Deacon guessing about her next move. She pretends she is completely in the dark. She smiles at Deacon. She acts like the loving wife, all while she is secretly plotting the most devastating payback imaginable. And this is so much worse than a knife, because psychological torture is Sheila's real superpower. She is going to revert to a worse version of herself as this storyline heats up. She fully slips back into familiar and frightening patterns. Her past behavior resurfaces, raising fears that she could once again cross a dangerous line. And Taylor and Deacon find themselves caught in a tense and potentially risky situation. They don't know what she knows. They are just waiting for the other shoe to drop. As Sheila's suspicions spiral into confirmed facts, the pair struggles to stay one step ahead of her. But they can't, because Sheila is always 3 steps ahead. With emotions running high and Sheila closing in, this situation could quickly turn volatile. Every decision matters, and one misstep could have serious consequences. They are living in a pressure cooker. And Sheila has her hand on the dial, slowly turning up the heat until they boil alive. But wait, there is more. Because The Bold and the Beautiful is never just about one storyline. While all this terrifying Sheila drama is happening, other things are blowing up too. Brooke Logan and Ridge Forrester witnessed something they were never meant to see. And it adds another layer of drama to an already explosive week. So let's pivot to Forrester creations, because the young crowd is making a mess of things too. Ivy Forrester is still pulling strings. She is still manipulating everyone like a master puppeteer. Elektra finds out something that relates to Ivy, but the big secret about the stolen letter remains hidden. And Ivy is pushing RJ and Elektra together hard. She wants them to be a couple, and it is working. Because RJ is falling so hard for Elektra, he even opens up to Brooke about it. He tells his mom how much he likes this girl, and Brooke is all for it, because Brooke loves love, and she thinks Elektra is the woman RJ deserves. But then it happens. The moment Brooke and Ridge weren't supposed to see, RJ and Elektra are in the design office, and the tension between them boils over. They start kissing, and not just a little peck. A heavy, passionate makeout session right there among the fabric swatches and mannequins. And who walks in? Brooke and Ridge. They open the door, and boom, they spot them. They witness this intense moment, and it is embarrassing for everyone involved. But it also cements the fact that RJ and Elektra are happening, which is going to absolutely crush Will Spencer when he eventually finds out. But Will is busy with Melissa Dillon, who is falling in love with him while hiding the massive secret that Ivy stole Elektra's letter. It is all a tangled web, and I am just typing as fast as I can to keep up. And speaking of tangled webs, we cannot ignore the corporate war, because Brooke and Ridge are not just walking in on kissing teenagers, they are also plotting. They are planning to fight back against Katie and Bill. The Logan Fashion House launch was a disaster because Brooke and Ridge ruined it. But Bill is pushing forward. He is defiant. He wants to use Eric's designs and make Katie a star. But Brooke and Ridge are not going to let that happen. They launched some new sabotage efforts. They put Katie's fashion house in serious jeopardy, and Katie is just stressed and embattled. The sisterly feud between Brooke and Katie is sinking to new toxic levels, and it is just ugly. It is so ugly to see family fight like this over dresses and pride. But let's get back to the main event, because the user notes are screaming at me to focus. Sheila's unraveling takes center stage. It sends shockwaves through everyone connected to her. because when Sheila Carter is unhinged, nobody is safe. Not Taylor, not Deacon, not Steffy, not Finn, and certainly not Hope. And speaking of Hope, I have to throw this in here because the fans are going wild on social media. While Hope is dealing with the terror of her father dating a psychopath, there are massive rumors swirling off screen. Annika Noel, the amazing actress who plays Hope, is at the center of huge pregnancy speculation. Fans have been watching the episodes closely, and they are noticing things: baggy shirts, oversized blazers, carefully placed purses, wardrobe choices that look very similar to what Ashley Brewer has been wearing to hide her confirmed real-life pregnancy. And the internet is buzzing. People are talking. If Annika is pregnant in real life, what does that mean for Hope Logan Spencer? Because Hope is happily remarried to Liam right now. They are in a good place. They are stable. And Hope has hinted in the past about wanting another baby. So the timing would be absolute perfection. Imagine Liam and Hope adding another child to their beautiful blended family. Beth and Kelly would be thrilled. Little Douglas, even though he is in Paris, would be so happy for his adoptive mom. It would be a bright spot of joy in a show that is currently drowning in Sheila's dark revenge plots. But of course, we have to respect Annika's privacy. She has been open about her past struggles and heartbreaks regarding pregnancy. So if she is expecting, she will share it when she is ready. But as a journalist covering the show, I have to look at how this might affect the storylines. The spoilers say shockers are coming up for Liam and Hope no matter what. So maybe a new baby is on the horizon, or maybe they will just get dragged deeper into the Deacon and Sheila mess. Because if Sheila decides to punish Deacon, she might go after the people he loves most. And Deacon loves Hope more than anything. So let's circle back to the tension. The week of March 30 is just a powder keg. Steffi is furious. She is a mama bear protecting her cubs. She looks at Taylor and just sees a woman who has lost her mind. Taylor is a world-renowned psychiatrist, but she can't even see the danger she put herself in. She let her loneliness and her lust for Deacon blind her to the reality of who his wife is. And now Taylor is paying the price. She survived the night, but she might not survive the mind games, because Sheila is a master manipulator. When she decides to drag out a revenge plan, she doesn't cut corners. She will make Taylor think she is losing her mind. She will make Deacon jump at every shadow. She will leave clues. She will make vague threats that sound like normal conversation. She will smile with her teeth and dead eyes. And Deacon will have to sit there at Il Giardino serving pizzas, wondering if his wife has poisoned his drink, wondering if she is going to burn the restaurant down with him inside. And Steffi has to live with the anxiety too. Steffi has to check the locks on the Cliff House every night. She has to look over her shoulder. She has to wonder if Sheila is watching her kids play in the yard, because Taylor brought the devil to their doorstep, and Steffi will never forgive her for that. The rift between Steffi and Taylor is going to be massive. Steffi might actually enforce that ban. She might kick Taylor off the property entirely, and where will Taylor go? Into Deacon's arms? That would just make Sheila even angrier. It is a vicious cycle, and I am just exhausted trying to map it all out. My fingers are cramping, but the story demands to be told. The raw, unfiltered truth of Los Angeles soap opera drama. It is clunky, it is messy, people make terrible decisions, they jump out of windows naked, they lie to psychopaths, they make out in offices where anyone can walk in, they steal designs from their own family members. It is just a circus of bad choices, but that is why we watch. We watch to see Sheila Carter slip back into her frightening patterns. We watch to see Steffi Forrester lay down the law. We watch to see Brooke and Ridge act shocked when they catch their son doing exactly what they used to do in every office in that building. We watch because the drama is intoxicating. So there you have it. The week of March 30. A week of broken doors, naked escapes, awkward lies, and psychological warfare. Sheila is putting the pieces together, and the picture she is building is going to be a masterpiece of revenge. Steffi knows it, Taylor fears it. Deacon is running from it. And the rest of the Forrester and Logan families are just collateral damage waiting to happen. I need to go sleep for a week, but I will be back because the drama never stops, and neither do I. Until next time, keep your doors locked. Don't sleep with your crazy wives there.